Okay, so this is just wilderness. This isn't that dangerous of a place to play. Mine Hot? There's a human fort there called Mine Hot. It's also Joyous Wilds down there. There's Mirthful Space up there. I'm presuming you need workshops to do that stuff, hey, Xylium? Magukit says they got to do art today. Can chat crowdsource ideas for warm-up sketches? Chat, what happened to you in adventure mode in the last 90 seconds? Or in Dwarf Fortress in general. Doesn't necessarily need to be strictly adventure mode. You make everything through the butcher and craft menu. Oh, that kind of sucks. Stand up. I've literally just been eating off of lettuce, living off of lettuce. Living off of lettuce. You dodged off a left ledge, fell 3 floors, and then got beat to death by 5 goblins. Ah. The effect's not technically a mod. It's like an external piece of software, really. But generally, no. Very rarely. Although a bunch of people are recommending that one crafting mod that we were talking about a second ago. I thought I saw an animal, but I didn't. Yeah, I generally just play vanilla because it's easier to explain the game, and mods don't do too much for me personally. But it is highly likely once adventure mode's been out for a couple weeks, I'll start using a expanded crafting mod for adventure mode. But for fortress mode, not usually, no. I've always found there must be an animal in the vicinity because we're in combat technically. Because I've always found that like fortress mode mods kind of don't do much for me. Like you need protein for muscle and fat and hormones and carbs for moving, so you can essentially build a human with lettuce. I mean, humans can't live as a human with only lettuce, but could try just entering this castle here. Just mildly curious about what's in here. Oh, that's the thing though. I play total overhaul mods, but there's like literally none of them have been updated. At least not the ones I want to play. Although I've seen teasers from the guy who put together Rise of the Mushroom Kingdom, the Super Mario Brothers mod. I mean, like I played with the Pokemon mod, which not even really that much. I literally just generated a world and then read legends for like 4 hours and laughed my ass off. I've played with the Star Wars mod. I've played with I've played the Long Night, which is the basically definitely not 40k mod. I've played with what's the other one? There's another one. I can't remember what it is now. Blanking on it. I really like the Star Wars mod because most of the creatures are just droids. Which is fun because then you'll just get randomly attacked by, like, instead of getting attacked by a Bronze Colossus, you get attacked by an AT-AT. Shit like that. It's fun. I like it. It's like an AT-AT has come. A great four-legged monstrosity created by the Empire. It has 2 pointed guns and it squirms and fidgets. It's a good time. I mean, honestly, there's some mods out there that I have no interest in actually playing Fort mode in. Tard in YouTube chat. But like I'll read legends. Like, I learned more about Super Mario Brothers lore with, like, 25 minutes of reading Super Mario Brothers Legends than I've ever learned playing Mario. Are you friendly? Seems they are. What group are you? Ooh, you have a symbol on your chest. On the item is an image of the rendition of the encounter of glittering. Exceptionally designed image of humans. The image is the symbol of the realms of Feed, a human civilization. Okay, so these guys are not going to be hostile with me then. Wow. They're all just sitting there complimenting one another. That's a lot of goblins. Huh. About a quarter hour ago, Toad attacked me. Well, somebody got injured. There's blood on the ground. I mean, that's a standard goblin affair. I mean, where Pokemon? Probably EB Games in the used section. Or eBay, I would guess. Morning Oak. That is a whole lot of goblins, yes, and humans. Speaking of goblins and humans. Hello, random human. Muscular Hammerman. They're pretty well armed. Hello there. I'm going to greet the listener. I am Vika Fairy Flashed. Fairy Flashed? I feel fairy flashed speaking with you. I'm going to inquire about troubles. Got armies on the march and a missing treasure. What's the armies? Okay, so this is the same army I've heard a trillion times. I'm going to state that it is not my problem. Change the subject, and now you're impatient with me. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's ask about your profession. I am a soldier. I would do anything to get away from here. I can't stand the boredom. Well, in that case, come with me if you want to die. Adventure, I'm thrilled to join you. Excellent. How about you? Oh, that's me. How about you? Greet you again. Hello again. Join me. Excitement, adventure, I'm thrilled to join you. Man, it is so much easier to get people to join you these days. That's not a bad little mob I got. One of them's even got a shield. Two of them even have shields. Is there anybody in here? Or was it just the one person? I think it was just the one person. An axeman? These goblins seem to be better armed than the humans. View axeman. Healthy, skilled. Ooh, you've got some good gear on. All of your possessed dwarves go crazy before making something? Is there... it means you need to make sure that they have all the items that they want. If you click on the workshop, they'll be muttering and they'll give you hints of what items they need. And if you don't get them the items they need in time, then they will leave. Hello, human. I am Iwu Pines Gifted. Okay, cool. Do you want to join me and go on adventures? Come join me on adventures. Adventurers, I'm thrilled to join you. Okay, cool. So, not a bad little crew we've got all of a sudden. I think the next mode of opportunity is let's move away from here and jump in to the overworld again once I get to the tree line. And then... save and continue player. Tactical mode is only available and has only ever been available for multiple adventurers. So if you start with a party, you can then tactical mode and jump between them. If it is people that you've asked to join you, to my knowledge, that's never been a thing. YouTube chat. But it's still very much in the game. You just have to start with multiple adventurers. I wonder why. Nah. I think it's because they're like temporary party members instead of permanent party members. Okay, so I'm hungry and thirsty. They're all just introducing themselves to each other. Uh-oh. What am I in conflict with? Oh, there's a bunch of random buzzards. And then they all go running off to go kill them. All right, well, good luck, guys. One gets hit by a bolt. Well done. I hope you're proud of yourselves. I don't think those buzzards did anything wrong. Money, hey.
X400. I am new here on Twitch.
Hi, new here on Twitch.
I've been using your long play on YouTube as background noise from my studies. I wanted to give something in return. Here's to plenty more nonsense.
I appreciate the monies. Thanks for helping me get to my daily minimum. I have a daily minimum that I'd like to get to, which basically means I've made minimum wage for the day. We did quite well yesterday, but in order to hit my daily minimum today, I need to make an additional $60. So thanks for the $4 to help me get ever so slightly closer to my daily minimum. Appreciate you, mate. That's if I stream for 8 hours, which we're actually at 5.5. You just found the entire colony of kobolds under your religion's temple, and they aren't hostile. Should you be worried? No. No, you shouldn't. I don't think you can communicate with them. DS, thanks for the 10-pack of gift subs. Appreciate you, dude. Don't forget to check your primes, chat, because they do go a long way. And the additional $8. Thanks, Roman. That's a very empty Helix mound. I'm sorry, what is this? It's a magnetite statue of Erdim, Murky Gorges, the deity of caverns, mountains, and is depicted as a... This faction has a naked Moldog god. I think that they worship Kitboga. Well, that's kind of awesome. All hail the nudes folder. 3 out of 8 dwarves' deaths. Busted indeed. Yosef Yostar. Oh, that's empty. I think 5 of your 8 dwarf deaths have been because they went crazy. But now you know better. I mean, it's something that you learn. It's part of the game, right? Do 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 do. Seems to be a pretty abandoned Helix, considering the only thing we found here is buzzards. Well then, onwards, I suppose. This is a Dwarven Fortress. I'm just going to walk this way a little bit. And I'm just going to quickly save and continue playing. But thank you very much for the $12 in bits, Roman, and the 10 gift subs. Because seriously, those of you who throw money at this channel is what helps me keep doing this for a living. You don't, I'm not going to spoil things, Rip, in YouTube chat, but you don't need mods for that. Zolkin, thank you very much for the Prime subscription. And DOS Space, thanks for the 12 months. Chat, can I get a big round of beers? for the gifts, the bits, and now those 2 subs, because that's now a hype train. An opportunity to get emotes if you want them. Thank you very much. Seriously. The level 3 hype train currently needs 1 more subscription or $4 in bits to level up. Because of my tutorials and streams. See if these dwarves will be friendly. Devil Dawn, thanks for the 10-pack. At the rate this is going, we'll clear my daily minimum in a moment. I'm going to drink my unusual solution. Drink a second one. And drink a lettuce. And eat it. Drink a lettuce leaf. Eat a lettuce leaf. That's now a level 5 hype train. Dragonmans, thanks for the $1. Needs 10 more subscriptions to level up. Or almost $50 in bits. I'm planning to stream tomorrow as well, yes. Sandberg. Because for full disclosure, I'm moving in 8 days. So, I don't know when my internet will be working. So, Tuesday next week, I will be, like, finalizing payments and everything for the apartment that I'm buying. On the 1st, I move. So tomorrow, when I stream tomorrow, it won't be as long because I've got a thing to do in the evening and I have some paperwork stuff I got to do at my parents' house. So tomorrow's stream will probably only be like 5 hours, 6 hours, something like that. And, then I'll stream for, probably 6 hours or so on Sunday. And then Monday I will stream probably for a period of time. And then I'm not going to say it'll be super long, but I'll stream that day. And then I'll be taking Tuesday off. Then I'll be streaming Wednesday. And then what day is the last day of the month? DS, thanks for the 20-pack, you mad lad. Thursday I'll probably be streaming. And then Friday I probably won't be streaming just for sanity reasons and packing. And then I don't know when I'll be back. Hopefully within a week. But seriously, DS, thank you very much.
Ice Blue 220 cheered.
For the 20-pack, you are too kind. You are way too fucking kind. And Ice Blue, thanks for the $3. How's the new flat looking in the terms of stream space and office space? It's almost 800 square feet. To give you an idea, the bedroom is almost as big as the apartment I live in right now. It's a little smaller, but it's the apartment I live in right now. The apartment that I'm moving into, it's only a 1-bedroom, so it's going to be a bedroom / office. But yeah, it'll be much more spacious, which means my bathroom breaks might take me a minute and a half instead of under a minute. All right, so that's now a level 6 hype train. It needs 4 subscriptions to level up. 4 subscriptions to level up, according to the thing. I think that's actually the highest level hype train we've had this week, actually. Maybe even this month. Neff, thanks for the Prime. Devil Dawn, thanks for the 10-pack. I don't deserve you guys. Yeah, literally, it was bedroom with a door on it, and ideally more than 1 window. Okay, so let's chit-chat with one of these axe dwarves. You've got a nice beard there, Dwarfy. Hello, human. I am Nomal City Focus. My name is Baci Bellmouth, the Brilliant Page. See, my secret is I'm always broken, Bastet. What's your profession? I'm a soldier. I would give nothing to be away from here. I can't stand the boredom. Join me then. Excitement? Yes, definitely. I'm just going to close this conversation. Wait, are you building a gang of kobolds? But seriously, thanks for the pile of gifts in the last minute. You guys are way too kind. And this is, I think, probably the biggest hype train we've had this year. It needs $62 in bits to level up again, or 13 more subscriptions. We are okay, of course. I don't know. I think you guys speak more coherently than kobolds. Maybe goblins? Like you never sleep, and you're just here, like, getting into fights randomly. Let's start a conversation with you and ask about your family. In the mid-spring of 326, I joined with the human Baci. Oh, really? So I am your only... the head of the family is Noble City Focus. So this person is the head of their own family. I joined with the human Baci Bellmouth to live a life of adventure. Well, that's good for you. Let's ask about the surrounding area. In 41, the Paddle of Citadels of the Tomb of Fate founded Labor Ankle. Okay. Anything else about the area? This dwarf is patient. Everybody else gets upset with me. Wheel Cruxes is in the Fuchsia Tower. Vukar Drink Shoot is there. What is the Fuchsia Tower? Directions. The Fuchsia... Oh. Wrong screen. Well, I guess I could ask for the... I don't know who that is, so... The cruel gutter of busters is the word I keep seeing. I wonder... Oh, shit. I'm going to ask you for directions to Winter Throne. There's a temple there named the Closed River. Okay, so you know where Winter Throne is. That's interesting. Goodbye. All right, my little army grows. What do you think, chat? More dwarves? See how big of a party we can get. They really did make recruiting people much easier. A minute left on that massive hype train. Can I get a big round of beers for everybody who's taken part? If anybody's looking to snipe somebody, Bastet needs a sub. I've got a steel mace. Great listener. Hello, human. I am Onal Spearwhip. Doctors, borders, bad puns. Yeah. Yep. Why are you traveling? I'm walking my patrol. Oh, they're patrolling. It's a patrolling squad. Let's ask about the surrounding area. Onul says, the forests of Packing is nearly a day's travel to the southwest. Black bears have been known to hunt out there. Black bears don't really hunt, but they're more scavengers. I'm going to tell a joke. At least I think I'm funny. Because I tell a joke about the Emperor Penguin and the Were-Camel. I'm going to ask you to join me. Adventure, I'm thrilled to join you. Yay! Okay, let's go find the front door. Thank you very much for that massive hype train. Kazoom! Appreciate you. Gifting a sub to Bastet. That was 54 subscriptions. For reference, that was, I think that the total yesterday, and yesterday was pretty crazy, for subs was like just over 100. So that's half of what we did yesterday in one hype train. So thank you very much. I'm just gonna real quick save and continue playing. And YouTube chat, can you guys hit that party button a couple times? Just because I think the music is appropriate. So these trade depots have stuff that I can purchase. I do have a gem. I could try trading. I know you meant to, I think you meant to say you didn't have to, but you said you did have to, Bastet. So none of these I can use, obviously. I don't really have anything I want to trade for. Let's see who's hanging out in the tavern. There's a human administrator. It's a clear-voiced milker here. Uh-huh. Yeah, this is definitely a tavern. You guys know there's a body up there? Oh, shit. Baci had the primordial cloud stuff ring in the turquoise garlic in leafy wombs. I do not care one way or another. Rumors of my artifacts are spreading. So who do we think this was? And how far do you think I can throw them? Decently far. They have a drowning pool. Okay. That's not a well. That's a pool. Thankfully, I can climb pretty effectively. But that's as high as it goes. I could go pull all this stuff out of there, but it seems a little silly. I think... wasn't expecting you to do that, but... I think we should go down into the Dwarven Fortress. What do you think, chat? Oh shit, is that as far down as it goes? Oh no, it goes further. Did I just fall? No. Oh, I see, I just climbed back up. I don't think this actually goes down all that far. Let me see. Oh no, it does. Let's just manually walk down this, it's probably safer. I am very impressed by how quickly this is running, actually. So this is an underground highway. So this is a cavern layer. And this is an underground highway. There's cave spider webs. So now you can fast travel through the mountains. But you can't stray from the highway. Oh, wow, there's underground farms here? Not hungry or thirsty. This stuff used to be really bloody crashy, by the way. There's also an underground stair here. I'm gonna try and hold on to this wall. Ow. So this was a piece of obsidian that just caved in. That seems bad. You guys seeing what I'm seeing? Why are we bullying Gremlin? Did you already kill the Gremlin? Okay, well. I want to know what's down. Okay, so this is just another Dwarven Fortress then. More underground stairs. I don't feel safe enough to travel. Uh-oh. Okay, there was a troglodyte, but we struck it down, so it's fine. Oh, shit. Let's just wait until my whole party's gathered around me. Okay, there we go. I'm not sure what that blue dot is, but my party's still here, so that's fine. Just gonna see if I can fast travel across these mountains. More like Daddy Gremmy. It's not gonna stop fast traveling. Oh shit, I see what's going on here. Most of these fortresses are destroyed. Feels like crossing Moria. That's kind of what we're doing. So I'm tired. Very tired. Pull my weapons out. We're going to sleep for 8 hours. You can only fast travel underground if you're on the highways, and you can't leave the underground highways. So basically, I'm able to walk in a straight line until I bump into a corner in the highway, and then I have to take the corner, whatever it is. Wait, did that say underground lair? No, it's stair. See? Yeah, so I can only follow these lines. Ironically, I think that these are a very... I don't know how many of you have played this game for 10 trillion years, like some of us, but old adventure mode, and I mean really old adventure mode, like from 2007 and earlier, you could only move along specific lines in the dirt, very akin to like a Super Mario level. I feel like this might be that code. What is my end goal? I want to destroy my old fortress, but right now I'm mostly exploring. Goal is to become legendary and then destroy my old fortress. Oh my god. The sprites look a lot different down here. Problem is, I'm kind of running out of food. So I may actually have to go hunting down here. There's the next fortress. If I go to the up map, yeah. So we're going to this. Nation Mirror. Yeah, this is like one of my biggest desires. I really wish that you could connect your fortress to the Dwarven Road Network. Like, it would be really neat is if every single time the Mountain Home showed up, they placed an optional demand for X amount of blocks of a certain material that's available there, and then eventually it connects you to the road network. That'd be so cool. It's not a way out. Oh, I guess it's not. Oh, it is. Okay, so this is a way out. It's just a destroyed fortress. Chat, do I go up or down? Actually, let's just try going up and just see what's above us. In my mind, these dwarves are our guides. It's kind of how I'm headcanoning this right now. Let's just see if this is actually a way out. Oh, shit. Ooh. So this is Ineth. It is Ineth Moss Page is surrounded by the dwarves. The arc relates the ascension of the dwarf Ineth Moss Page to the position of the sacred virtue of the Order of Peace in the mid-spring of 214. Let's put away my weapons. Grab the dice. I'm going to go up, and then I'm going to sleep on the surface, because it's probably safer up there. Underground's kind of danger. Oh, no! You rolled a divinating will of Yusen, according to the practice of the Order of Peace. The rock salt die landed on the word right. You've been cursed with a week of bad luck. Well, that's great. In other news, I'm hungry. Oh shit, there's people talking. Oh fuck, there's dwarves up here. Hello. Peepo. They all see my weapon and they go, oh, you've got weapon. So two of those dwarves are fighting. Got one piece of lettuce left. We're just gonna nap right here. Whew. Yes, I'd need to look at the wiki as to what it actually does. But yes, it's not good. So they're all waking up too. It's early in the morning. Man, this is a very populated fort. Is there food over here, please? Wow, just a bunch of musical instruments. Do you have food here? Oh, you do. Do you? Yeah, giant rat meat. Yeah, I can buy some giant rat meat. Is there a trader here? Butcher, profits, weaver, boyer, bookkeeper, manager. Is there no... trader? Trade. You let's trade. Oh, you're asleep. Let's just wait an hour. Everybody wake up. They all sleeping in. 20% chance to resent, a 0% skill rate modifier. Okay, so wait, is that like you... You take less experience then? There we go. So they do have meat for sale. Let's order the rat meat. 5 of them. I think that there's a look at button. No, I can't show it. Could offer currency. I don't think I have any currency that they value, so none of this stuff is valued to them. Let's sell you my glove, maybe? Show? Trade? There you go. I'm gonna sell you my glove. Let's also sell you that shirt. 5 meats. Okay, so not a good enough trade for you then. How about the hood too? Nope. Let's sell a wolf bone earring maybe? Nope. Ah, no, that worked. So I've gotten rid of some older clothing that I no longer need. And I got a lot of meat in my hands. Sorry, what? Eat that. And that. And drink this. I'm kind of confused. Why can't I... Let's pick you up. Pick you up. Place. Inventory. Is my backpack full? I think my backpack's full. Let's remove this. Oh, great. So let's place the meat in my backpack. Place the meat in my backpack. I needed to do this a while ago anyway. Grab those 106 coins. Those are the valuable ones. Grab the knife. Grab this. Remove this. Can I not wear a pouch? Place knife in backpack. Grab. Solution. Place in backpack. Place. No. All right. Place you in the water skin. Yeah, there's something going on with that's weird with my backpack. Drop you. Remove. Where the hell? Remove you. Oh, I see the problem. Let's drop the unusual solution. Build a backpack. That's what I'm trying to do. There we go. So I managed. So my backpack was just too full, basically, which was like not ideal. Let's fill the pouch as well. And where's all my companions at? Oh, you're one of my companions, right? Yeah. Normal. You come here. Start conversation, bypass greeting. Items. Oh, we'll just say give. Give, take, or exchange personal items. You can take this pouch. Because I don't need it, and I'm tired of walking around with it. Can I not give it to you? Oh, I get it. It's in my backpack. Okay. Let's fill this water skin. Continue talking. An ad's about to run. I will just finish this trading. I should just say trade. Give. You. Give. There you go. All right. Yeah, no, being cursed by gods is no joke in adventure mode. Like, simply put, it can they can transmorg you into a different type of creature, as an example. So if it says it does something, it's definitely doing something, even if it's not clear what that thing is. So, you know. Since ads are about to start, I'm just going to quick save. Oh, also, this kind of goes without saying. If you're playing adventure mode now, or if you're just playing Dwarf Fortress in general, do leave it a review. Ideally a positive one. But don't forget to leave Dwarf Fortress a review, because believe it or not, reviews make... It's like YouTube comments, right? Leaving a YouTube comment or a like tells YouTube that thing is good. Leaving a Steam review on game tells Steam game is good. If you're beat up and half of your body doesn't work anymore, you only need to become an animal for a week, and after that you're fully healed. Man, I want a ring that lets me turn somebody into a sheep, though. That's all I really want. I just want a ring that lets me turn somebody into a sheep. So now let's go down to the bottom. Man, that dwarf has quite the dreads. This mechanic? Look at those hair. That's quite the hair, man. Also, investments are probably open. I don't think I've seen those go off for a while. Let me see. Tolas, how you doing, by the way? They are, in fact, up if you guys want to invest your tickets. So now after traveling across the highway, I think we are going to head done. And also, YouTube folks, thanks for tuning in. And thanks for all the likes. It's greatly appreciated. And if you roll a dice and get a negative result, don't fuck around with the dice and keep rolling dice, because you might get a very negative result. That's a lot of pooches. Hello, pooches. Excuse me, pooches. See how far down we can go. All right. You know, when people ask me, what... Oh. Huh. These injuries begone fear. What injuries? What injuries? I was going to say, did somebody accidentally step into lava? Can you feed pooch? No, but you can pet them. Here, let me see if I can pet the dog. There you go. I pet the pooch. Nomal says, not far from here, a fearsome creature has made its home. Stoke echoed the accrue poison is in the searing fields. Seek this place if you hunt lore wander duty, the lavender wills. The Cyclops. You guys want to kill a Cyclops? It's far to the south. How far to the south? Oh, currently I'm underground, so I don't know. Probably a pretty easy place to get some rumors spread, even. The smooth spot is the way you go to go up, so that's pretty simple. Here come me friends. These folks are just out for a stroll, bunch of monks. You can't eat the Cyclops. You can butcher the Cyclops, but you can't eat the Cyclops. So what were your injuries? You're tired. I don't know if that's an injury. Oh shit, I actually won tickets. Good win, Gazoom. Okay, so I need to go this way. Metal fuse, hello. Why is that? So ordinary is always going to have the most options because the other options require there to be some things in place in order for that to function. Oh, this is a cool ass road. It's made out of underground cavern wood. So hero mode requires more prerequisites to be in place in order for it to function, and chosen requires the most. So ordinary will give you the most options, but it doesn't have a compass, and people will take you less seriously in some situations. What are you enraged at? There must be an animal or something attacking us. Whereas ordinary, you won't have a compass, but you'll have more character options. And then chosen, you'll have the least options, but the most benefits. Basically, like, the character gets more benefits the further, depending on which character you select, to character archetype you select, or type, not archetype, that's the wrong word, character start you select. However, yeah, I think I said that as well as I can, as effectively as I can communicate that. Blah. So let's jump here. There's a Dwarven Fortress down there. If I drop out of this here and go look at this. Curious if there's any additions to these. So this will tell me where these artifacts are. And it'll, if it populates the map, it knows where it is. There's a lot of books. Just because you wondered because it wasn't the case in the beta? It depends on the world. It varies from world to world. It absolutely was a thing in the beta. Or at least it was in my world, but it varies from world to world. I mean, that actually is, it kind of feels like a scapegoat when I say it, but like, it is the reality of the way a lot of things in Dwarf Fortress work. If something isn't available, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's broken or working incorrectly. It just means that's the way it is in that particular world. Do not have a free grasp. What's in my other hand? Oh, my backpack's in my hand. Where my backpack? There we go. It's kind of neat to be out of the freezing areas. Let's see what we're encountering. Yeah, I'm not seeing that creature. Yeah, the Chosen has less starting spots because it needs a functional religion and certain types of religious figures to be accessible. That's why it has the least. I don't know. I kind of like that. I feel like personally, I think that I know that some people are saying like that it's a negative thing. Actually, Chad, I'm curious to know what your thoughts are here. What are your thoughts on Chosen being super specific on like what kind of character can be a chosen character? Personally, I think it's really cool because to me, it just means that like you're kind of not forced, but encouraged to play a particular kind of character, but also because it makes you start in human civs currently. Human civs are the easiest to get started as. Like they're the easiest to get out of. They're the easiest to navigate. They're the most logical. Whereas like, as much as I love the Dwarven Fortresses, they are a pain in the butt to navigate. So what is that? There's a cave right there. I don't know what's in that cave. Well, I found some goblin pits. Steel Hunt and Terror Pleats. Does that say organ traded? Artemis, thanks for the raid. What's up? How was your stream? Were you adventuring or forting? Or coding, actually. It would be neat if the choices were based on the world's gods. That is how Chosen's work, yeah. Or Chosen works. There's also a army right here. What's this? It's a Goblin Helix. Hold up. So this is a Goblin Helix. It's a Helix that was taken over by goblins and is full of trenches. And I saw for a moment there was a army here, but they must be stealthing. What an interesting looking place. Not far from here, a fearsome creature made his home. Winter Throne is in the Finger of Oracles. Seek this place if you hunt. Lycott Large Jewels, the Umber Cyclops. I killed that thing. Also, Winter Throne is definitely far from here. Seems like they headed south. Oh, there it is. Oh. So this is the... These right here are trenches. Goblin trenches, but there's supposedly... There is supposedly... patrol. But if you guys don't know Artemis, she streams dwarfs, so... Love your videos. Quick question for any who know. I can't find anything about it online. I'm looking for a quest item, and I arrived in this area, and it said to be in. You can't find it anywhere. So I have a question. If you hit fast travel, does that happen to be in the middle of a river? Because if it happens to be in the middle of a river, it's possible world gen broke. Rivers tend to break locations spawning. Why are you traveling? I'm escaping from danger, which threatened my former home. Whoa. Troubles? We had to pull... Okay, so this is dialogue I've never seen before. We had to pull out of construct die. Where's construct die? We are in construct die. The constructs of saving of the Tomb of Fate founded it. Oh. Okay, well, what kind of item is it, by chance? I presumed that you were trying to find one of the primordial cloud stuffs. Because I'll tell you this, it can be really fucking hard to find artifacts sometimes. If you're just trying to find an artifact, it can be very, very difficult. Like, exceptionally difficult. We've got brewing trouble with our neighbors. Oh. I mean, did you take over it? Ask about the brewing trouble. The Goblin Hammerman says... Also, this is an elven name, isn't it? Stone, are you still awake? Stone, I need you. I don't think so. I think Stone's asleep. Because that really looks like an elven name. But the trouble started on a dispute over the treatment of animals. Ask how they're feeling. Why would I help? Ask about the site's neighbors. Ask me when I've returned to my home. Okay, well. What's up, Mercury? It's all good. You know, we all have moments when we're very busy. Let's try interrogating. See who you work for. I serve no one. Yeah, acquiesces. Okay. So he gives in and admits he serves nobody. He's patient, unassuming. Family. My wife is named Tatuk Iron Entry, and in the midwinter of 301, the Inky curses attacked the blockaded pick of the fiery mine at Strife Folki. Tatuk led the attack, and the defenders were led by the dwarf, Burr Gully Mirror. So this goblin's wife was like some sort of warlord? That is some sort of hostile entity that is mad at you and stalking you. They're not necessarily going to attack you if they hit you, but they're basically, like, shadowing you, if that makes any sense, Clay. I feel like my dwarf friends here might not like this so much. I think we just let this goblin go about their day. Because, like, what are they doing? What's wrong? And patiently say goodbye. Goodbye. But you don't see why he's an enemy? It just means he's not in the same faction with you. But here's the thing. He could be pretending to be somebody else. Could actually be a night creature. He could be in disguise. He could be part of a faction that you're at war with, but that individual doesn't actually give a shit. There's a lot of variance in this stuff. I still can't get over the fact that there's a dwarven fortress called Organ Traded. Name is Iron Entry. Giggity, giggity. Hey, vey. Maximum maturity. Oh, there's a creek. Let's drink some water. Fill my flask. Carry on, my wayward son. Can't wait until the raspberries are ripe. I mean, it was being discussed earlier today. Vakruk. Question related to wrestling skill making. Wrestler character, how is the skill working in-game? From wrestling creatures of your size to suplexing dragons, what is the limit for it? The limit is your own exhaustion. And, like, ability to dodge. If you take, like, I'll tell you this. I'm not a good person to ask about endgame adventure mode stuff. There's a reason for this. I've played a shitload more Fortress mode than adventure mode. I know the basics of adventure mode enough to explain them, but when you ask about advanced concepts, most of my responses are going to be check the wiki, because I don't actually know. I've never wrestled a dragon. I've never even killed a dragon successfully. I've died to dragons many times. The Reality is, the thing I have the most experience with is the thing that I stream primarily, or have streamed primarily. It's always been very difficult to get people to watch adventure mode, at least traditionally, especially pre-Steam. So now that we're through that, I want to be able to figure that stuff out to be able to explain it. But at this point, I don't know. What's the limits of it? I don't know. Someone in chat might be able to help you, though. I wish I could answer better. I know how to disarm people. Like, you can grab weapons out of people's hands. You can walk up to somebody, grab them by the throat, and strangle them pretty effectively. You can throw people. You can steal their clothes off while they're sleeping. You can pinch people's fingers off. But, like, as far as what are the, like, outer limits, I genuinely have no idea. Let's also eat some sweetbread. Is it bad that I actually have no idea what song you're talking about, Bastet? Is there a fantasy or a fiction or civ you'd like in the game? No, it's fine as is, personally. I'm not very needy when it comes to adding more factions. I think that's a lot of dingoes, actually. I think the only thing I would want is I just want nomadic tribes to actually be implemented, which is just what Tarn wants to do with the animal people. Really. I'd like to see nomadic tribes implemented. Look at all of this food! Ambushing is necessary in adventure mode. Speaking of necessary, one of my people is getting very heavily beaten up. Slight pain. Lots of cuts. Your blood's on the ground, but you're not dead yet. Did you just lose your pants, or am I crazy? Yes, you did. So, my pikeman here immediately lost her pants. Montecore, welcome back for his 16th month check. Can I get a big round of beers? Let's just start hitting. Smack. I'm still stunned. Which is not great. Am I still stunned? I'm still stunned. I'm just going to jump away. Dodge around the arrow that's going out. Flying arrow strikes the dingo. Stosto stabs the dingo in the rear leg with her silver pike. Aiwu hacks the dingo in the rear leg from behind with her iron battle axe, and the severed part sails off in an arc. I'm going to throw a coin at this dingo. Yeah, like that stuff I've never really dove into, Arkikomi. Most of that stuff, and by most, I mean the vast majority of it, is still accurate. If you're looking at guides for older versions of the game, which is likely what that is, especially if it's on the Bay 12 forums, most of that stuff will still be relevant to the way the game works. But the controls to complete certain actions may be different at this point. I just knocked 3 dingoes back by jumping into them. Okay, so you're good. You're good. You're also an adequate dodger now. Who needs pants when you have a pike? This is true. I'm just going to hit you with a shield. Strike the dingo in the leg. Get him, boys. The 2 dwarves haven't really... Oh, maybe you have now. Resentful after getting into an argument. Doesn't feel anything while in an existing conflict. They're just kind of waiting. Hope you guys join the fight soon. This one's attacking me with bite. Let's block you. Are you one of the people I gave? Okay, so you this one does not have a healing potion. You do. I'll tell you this. Don't fight alligators, Monty. If you want to get strong, like really strong, fight and you don't want to die in the process and you're currently really weak, fight things that are sleeping. If you find something that's sleeping, you can just attack them in their sleep. And they won't wake up. So like the way I got this character going is I went and pulled a bunch of people's fingers off while they were sleeping. I didn't kill them, but I may or may not have removed several, like, hands and broken arms and bit a couple ears off, plucked a couple noses off, that sort of thing, you know? Attacking the Axeman. Let's go for you. I'm going to go for a multi-hit. Strike you with the axe. Go for you. And whip you. Looks like the dwarves are joining in with the fight finally, which is good. You'll have to see it. Oh shit, that was not a good button to hit. I left clicked instead of right clicking. It's fine, I didn't get hit. I mean, it's the most personal mode, right? Like, I guess it really depends on what kind of story do you want to tell, right? Do you want grand stories of fortress-wide destruction? Do you want to read the histories that the game's made for you, or do you want to go and directly punch a guy in the head? Slaughtering dingoes is how you became stronger IRL. I thought it was befriending rats and learning their ways in the great sewers with the great dinosaur rat. But, I mean, okay. You just completely ruined my personal headcanon for your origin story, Ratosaurus. Do you recommend Caves of Cut over DF Adventure Mode for a roguelike experience? Very different games, Oliver. Very different games. Like, people ask me this like 3 times a day at this point. If you own Dwarf Fortress, I recommend Adventure Mode. If you own Caves of Cud, I recommend Caves of Cud. It's like trying to compare Baldur's Gate to, I keep saying Rust, but like any big sandbox, like survival game. It's like, are they both role-playing games? Sure, in some ways, but they're such different games. Like, one is a story-based RPG with random elements that is presented as a traditional roguelike, which is a really deep RPG. And then the other is a really deep RPG with none of that. It has no direction or story whatsoever and is entirely procedurally generated. One's a finished game. The other is an unfinished mess in a lot of ways. But it's an unfinished mess that I love. So it's like, they're very different games. I recommend both for different reasons. I recommend you buy both and enjoy both accordingly, Sandberg. I think that those two games being associated so closely together is silly. But the only reason that really happens is because the developers are friends, right? And now they both have the same publisher. Let's just go for your head with the whip. And I dodged out of the way because it attacked me. There goes another dingo. I think like the problem with adventure mode right now is it's an RPG in like the most literal sense. It's a game that you pick a role and you play it. Most people think of RPGs as a very different... They think of like action-adventure games more primarily as an RPG now. Not so much traditional, like actual RPGs. Even RimWorld isn't a good comparison for Dwarf Fortress. Like, RimWorld is like... It's a base-building tower defense game with some light Dwarf Fortress inspirations and a lot of Dwarf Fortress references. But as an actual game, it's extremely unlike it. Like, and the reason for that is you have direct control in RimWorld over your characters. You don't have that in Dwarf Fortress. There is, like, the world is not alive in the same ways that Dwarf Fortress is. Anyway, comparing Dwarf Fortress to other games is silly, just in general. I mean, comparing games is silly in general, but when it comes to games like Dwarf Fortress, there's nothing else like it. What makes Dwarf Fortress special is its world generation and the fact that it has Fortress mode, Legends, and Adventure that all play together, right? Games can take one piece of that, use it as inspiration, and say that they're like that thing, but that doesn't actually make them anything like it. If you play a lot of Dwarf Fortress and you play a lot of RimWorld, you'll see how dissimilar they are in a lot of ways, and maybe you'll love one and hate the other. But comparing them is nutty. They're both great games in their own right, but they're extremely different. The only reason RimWorld gets compared so much is because it sold itself on the back of Dwarf Fortress's existence and the mythic kind of opinions people had of it. Not a day goes by where I don't have to talk about this. You know, it's funny. It depends on who you ask, Sandberg. Depends on who you ask. Say just about every other day I get a comment on that video either saying, yeah, no, like I agree with that. That's you've made a lot of good points about this. And then every other day I'll get, coping. It's like, what? Excuse me? It is what it is. No, it doesn't. Talk crap. It has the same story. It has similar storytelling elements in the same way that every single city builder has storytelling elements. Like if I don't know. I don't want to talk about this. Let's change the subject, chat. If you guys can't change the subject, I'll change it for you. All right? Let's talk about literally anything else. But just sitting here and arguing about how and in what ways this game compares to other games is just play the game you want to play and stop asking me because it's pointless. Fucking pointless. Because if you genuinely think that, you haven't played enough of either game. It's the like, if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and talks like a duck, it's probably a duck. Well, if a rooster walks in the room and tells you it's a duck enough times, eventually you believe it's a duck. It's kind of that situation. Anyway, I digress. There goes another arrow. Gonna have to get arrows for this guy at some point. It's called Dwarf Fortress, Orc with Bow. Lemmings. There you go. I'd recommend Lemmings. Lemmings is pretty good. Ironically, like, I don't play any other games with dwarves in them. Just keep whipping these. They're all falling over now. Basically won the fight at this point. Just whip you. The dwarf's got this. Let's just put this away. Where my knife at? Pull out knife. I'm gonna go down here and butcher one of these so that I have food for a bit. And then I'm going to place my knife in my backpack, pull up my weapons, and then if I grab its brain, puts it in my backpack, grab the meat, puts it in my backpack. What's my carry capacity? Oh, okay. We're up to 80 carry capacity, which is nice. I'm finally not encumbered all the time. All right, we got more meat. Let's wait for everybody to regroup. think that should be everybody. Yep. I don't recommend Deep Rock Galactic because that game makes me horrendously motion sick. Last copy of Lemmings you had was on a 3.5-inch floppy. I just love the dumb factoid that the people who made Lemmings also made Grand Theft Auto. I love that. It's one of my favorite, like, video game facts. Or rather, that studio became Rockstar North. I think it's North. Whichever is the one in Scotland. It's like, Grand Theft Auto 3? Lemmings? Yeah, same people. I see. Let's make a campfire. Let's heat my flask. Drink the water. And sleep for 8 hours. Sleep until daytime. How's the adventure going today? Chet, how's the adventure going today? What do you think? Is the adventure interesting? I'm having a good adventure. Are you? If you're not having a good adventure, are you enjoying this adventure? I understand why people play Deep Rock Galactic. I just wish it didn't make me throw up. I really liked one of the earlier early access versions when the gun models were smaller and it didn't have the helmet visor thingy, and it had less head bob that you could disable, and now you can't disable it, and it makes me throw up. Or feel like I'm going to throw up. There's a goblin patrol. Some pretty big ooh, what's this? Bunch of blue dots, eh? There's a camp. Fire. Let's drink some water. Hello, goblin pikeman. What are you doing out here all on your own? Did you miss that massive army? No, I'm building an army to go fight the army, and no, they weren't vampires. They're just bandits. Why are you traveling? I'm escaping the danger which threatened my former home. Okay. So you're a refugee. Family. Okay, so you're the only member of your family left. Ask about the surrounding area. Ask me when I have to return to my home. Okay, troubles. The Scraped Tomb is at war with us. Trouble started because of a dispute over the treatment of animals. Pretty typical. Ask about their profession. I'm a hearth person for the Lord Osta Doomgoad. Doomgoads? Okay. It's time to ask about somebody. I don't know who that is. Ask 3, you back. Let's ask about you. Does it feel better to play now? It's playable now. I mean, like, you can put, like, everything except for building is in, which, yeah, it absolutely feels better to play now. The days of dying to swarms of haunting goat cries off in the far distances are thankfully long over. And if you don't remember that, it's for the best. Should I ask this goblin to join me? What do you think, chat? Well, I mean, if you need a walkthrough of the basics, there's a tutorial on my YouTube channel. ! Video will get you there. No, yeah. Mint Yogi no like the Gobby. Poor Gobby. He does have a steel pike, which is pretty good, actually. They really need to fix the skin tones in goblins, because this guy's supposed to be ash gray, not green. But they don't have gray goblins. Adventuremen still... boogeymen still exist. They're just only in specific haunted biomes. You know, I know that people have been downplaying this, but, like, I still can't get over the fact that, like... Fucking Polygon wrote an article about my YouTube video. Of course, they linked the one that Kit Fox uploaded to their channel, because there's two versions of it. There's mine, and then there's one on Kit Fox's channel, but... You read it in one of the patch notes? I haven't seen any goblins in the dark. So, I don't know, actually. But they're supposed to. Sup, Jay, in the YouTube chat. I mean, everybody remembers the one time a dude decapitated a Bronze Colossus by throwing a fluffy Wambler at it. They do, Cooler? Cooler's probably played more adventure mode in the last, like, 2 weeks than anybody in this chat has, including me. Actually, Cooler, how do you feel about the current build? Because I know that, like, you're like an adventure mode only player. Like, you only play adventure mode. So what do you think of the current adventure mode iteration? I could just demand their spear and walk away. Make demand. Oh, I could actually just ask them to follow me. Demand an item. Steel pike. Demand. Over my dead body! Okay, fine then. No, you can't join me. Bah. I that's kind of what I wanted to do, but game no let me. Oh no, that's a very deep hole. There's a bunch of refugees out there. Here's a possible patrol. Game got very quiet. Wonder if restarting it would help. Ah. Well, it seems we found some of the unfriendly goblins. This is just a little goblin patrol of them patrolling around the local area. I'm going to shout to everybody and brag about my violent acts. I am the killer of Azrem seals whose cries for mercy went unheard by my wrath. He wasn't cry for mercy. He just kind of died. But, I mean, sure, if you want to be dramatic like that. Let's throw a coin at you. Sprite. It isn't that much different from the one in 47. No, totally, but I'm just curious. The interface is nice. Which bugs did you find annoying that have been fixed? Because I never played that much of version 47 adventure mode. Like, I played enough of it, but not much of it. So these guys are probably a bigger threat than the previous ones. I mean, you've got steel helms and a steel shield, a copper axe. You're kind of scary. Bismuth bronze bolt. Same with you. I'm going to try and get to the Mark Scobs at the back because they're the thing I'm scaredest of. It's more about behavior of NPCs, and quests are more straightforward now. I really like that furniture properly appears in towns now. We'll hex them down. I would kill for filters on the recent events. That sounded painful. Iron Warhammer is lodged firmly in the wound. Skinny Goblin's been struck down. One Goblin's down. Frail Goblin says, everything just so in its proper place. As in, like, the... Okay, so that was... I thought a bolt hit me. I guess it didn't. Did it hit you? No, it didn't. Billionaire, what up? Thanks for the 37th month. Hey, chat, can I get a round of beers for Bell? Friend of the channel. I don't know if there's any mods around, but if there is, could I get a shout out for Bellmouth? Otherwise, I'll just do it. It's a turn-based game. I can do that. I love the bragging. Zed Super in YouTube chat is great when they're just like, I've slain many fearsome opponents whose name I struggle to recall. Is probably my favorite one. It's definitely my favorite one, actually. I'm just gonna whip you in the head. Oh, wow. You lashed the convex nose nosed goblin pikeman in the head with your silver whip, bruising the muscle, jamming the skull through the brain, and tearing the brain. Nice, we're getting there. Beer emote placeholder. If you follow the channel, look watching Twitch, you can use an emote called Crypt Burr, B-E-R, which is my beer emote in MS Paint, like Mint Yogi just did. I mean, similar like, I mean, yeah, like a little tab over on the left of the screen that like is like an active event scroll would be incredible, actually. But now that we've ported the older versions, they can actually start working on stuff like that. Can I hit you in the neck with my whip? He deflected it with his spear. I'm trying to get to these guys with the crossbows. Charge, boys! We go to war. I think I've got a better squad together now. Let's see if I can hit this guy with a coin. Ha! Got him. Let's see if I can hit him with another one. I did, in fact. It strikes him in the upper body. He's in slight pain. Oh, come on. Well, that missed horribly. Fine, I'll turn around. It's going to leave a scar, also a missing head. But the adventuring goes well. Are we going to get Bellmouth streaming this at any point? I'm just very happy that adventure mode's out. It means a good future for Dwarf Fortress now. The whole game can be worked on properly. I'm going for this human up here. Or following my humans up here who are chasing the other goblin. Do. Ones back there seem to be doing decent as well. See if I can hit you with a coin. Nope, but I did hit the tree. I missed again. You have struck down one cavie, so yeah, or like it is. I just killed a bandit captain earlier in this adventure, and I tried to brag about my past violent acts. And I bragged about killing a rooster. And I was like, wow, man, come on. Like, I literally just killed a warlord. And you're like, I killed a rooster in so-and-so place. I'm like, man, that was my starting town. They're probably upset. Somebody misses. That was somebody's pet, dude. You blocked my coin. Man, this guy is getting away very effectively. And I'm tired. I'll just follow them. Oh, I think somebody hit him. There's blood on the ground. It's probably a good sign, right? Most of us seem to have given up. Well, we just blocked that arrow. How fragile we are beyond fear. The dingo blood? Excuse me? Okay, so if I just sit here and wait for an hour. Okay. Everybody seems to have gotten what we need. Need some more sweetbread. Let's keep traveling. As I continue to build my squad. If you have multiple party members that you've recruited during the adventure, Zed Super, they just exist on their own. You don't need to feed them or anything. You do need to give them new gear if their gear wears out. If you start with multiple party members at the beginning of the adventure, then you can play as them as well and swap between them. They only need to be fed and watered if that's the one that you're actively playing. And, yeah. It's pretty good. It's not too complicated, I'll put it that way. Is there any tips to find an easier lair? Oh, are you dying? Okay. Lairs aren't easy. Try going into them at night, because I find that sometimes the critters in the lairs sleep at night. But outside of the lairs, I would actually say, like, just go punch some crabs on the beach before you go after the lairs. It's funny, they've already nerfed them, the lairs. They were stronger originally. Okay, that's kind of scary. Usually shields up in mountains are mega beasts. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is a destroyed dwarven fortress. It's a goblin fortress, actually. Let's sleep for 8 hours. Is there a way to repair gear? No. If there's fighting, I feel uneasy. That's mildly concerning. Whoa, are these oh no. So these are goblin aligned dwarves. I'm going to demand that they yield. You first, coward. I mean, the better question is, why are my dudes running? Well, I guess we got to keep fighting. And I only just woke up, so I'm like half awake. Okay, now I'm awake. I'm no longer stunned. I don't know why you guys are running. Quit running away, you cowards! Traitors, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm a human, so I'm a different faction. But these are goblin-aligned dwarves. You took out a kobold camp in stealth. No one heard you fighting in the others somehow. Oh, really? Kobolds are weird. They'll often kill each other unprompted and like have no concept. I'm gonna jump into this dwarf. Oh no, they dodged me. They often have no concept of like as an example, Goblin society. In Goblin society, murder is legal. So if you walk into a Goblin fortress and just start offing people and you're neutral with the faction, they don't care. They'll just like hang out and be like, oh, hi. Yeah, what's up? Unless like a group of guards finds you and they think that you're an enemy. But lying is like a terminatable offense. So if you walk into a Goblin fortress and then loudly identify yourself as somebody different after introducing yourself, so you introduce yourself and then you assume a new identity and then lie about who you are, they'll all attack you. Like, goblins are funny. Like, I don't know. Or at least they did the last time I tried that. I was like, I'm going to assume a new identity. And then they're just like, oh, he's lying. Kill him. You found a lair that had a night creature in it. As I walked into it, a bunch of naked elves and goblins were beating it to death. And after it, I recruited them to your side, and since I assumed that they were kidnapping victims, but I just realized there's a chance that they're all were creatures sharing the same lair. Is there a way to check? Not outside of Legends, I don't think. You could accuse them of being a night creature. Also, what kind of night creature was it? Because if one of the creatures was a were creature, and the rest were all just naked and beating it to death, then wouldn't they all have been were creatures beating each other to death at the time? But yeah, waiting for a full moon will do it. A little bit of murder? I mean, it's adventure mode. I'm actually on... So what I'm doing right now, for reference, is I'm circumnavigating these mountains and recruiting people to my little army here so that I can go back to the town that I started next to, where there's an army of literally 1,000 people. I'm saying 1,000 people because I presume it's that many people. Let's block you so that I can have a chance to fight them, but I need a much bigger crew first. Let's just go for your neck and lash you with the whip. Oh, I missed. They dodged. How are you doing? You're fine. You're fine. So basically, I'm trying to recruit an army while also training that army so that I can rout those bandits. Trying to recreate 300 from Sparta. Sort of, except they like defended a canyon. I'm not trying to defend a canyon. I'm trying to boot some guys out of a town. It was a hag? Oh. That's... it almost sounds like you've discovered the adventure mode equivalent of what I found in Godly Tombs. Let's just whip you in the neck. I keep missing. I gather at least one of these is dead. You're unconscious and bleeding. Okay, so one of them's dead. You're just in pain. I'm just gonna point blank throw a coin at you. Splat. Have some moolah. Fractured their left elbow with that coin. Seems like the fight's going pretty well. I mean, they're all unarmed. If they were armed, this would be much more threatening. I'm just gonna vault directly at you and smash you into the wall. I slammed them into an obstacle. And now I can get a easy strike on the upper body. If I kick them, I'm gonna do a multi-hit. I'm gonna do a quick attack with the kick, because kicks are pretty slow. And I'm also going to lash you in the upper body, because there ain't no way they're getting out from underneath me. I kick them successfully, bruising the skin. I lashed the prisoner in the lower body with my silver whip, bruising the muscle. Ona will bash the skinny prisoner in the right upper arm with her steel mace, and the injured part explodes into gore, and already has been opened by the attack. All right. So old videos talking about playing this game on mobile aren't necessarily fake. They're either talking about Steam streaming, like playing using a Steam streaming app or local streaming, or they're talking about much older versions of the game, because older versions of the game, you could run it on a server in terminal and then stream it out to other locations through a web browser. So some people used to play it on phones that way, but no, this game doesn't have an official phone port or anything. But you can use like local Steam streaming to stream it to a phone. Currently on your way back to the area that you started to finally find a good god material for your quest as you went on an adventure elsewhere and kept getting sidetracked. Oh, that means you're playing adventure modes correctly. Yeah. Won't take like 10 minutes per action, Red Fogel? Your newest fort's symbol is called the Earthen Strikes. It is an image of a dwarf raising a pickaxe, as well as a mountain, and the mountain is screaming and looks terrified. Oh, that poor mountain. Is the dwarf gigantic? I mean, that's how I would draw it in my renditions. You should make your fortress look like a giant mountain with a mouth. Years ago showed me a game, but there was letters and mods and have images. Okay, so what you're talking about is like the old school look of the game. I mean, this is a little bit closer to what the game used to look like. I mean, it still looks like this in the free version. The paid version just comes with graphics and music. Oh, still underneath me. An arrow just hit something. Hopefully it wasn't my guy. You did, in fact, find me on Twitch, yes. Welcome to the Twitch side from the YouTube side. The Twitch chat generally gets faster responses unless Twitch chat's really lurky. Because Twitch chat usually has a larger number of people watching. And it's honestly kind of difficult to communicate with more than one chat at a time. I do my best, but... it is hard. The new version is much more tempting. It's much more approachable, that's for sure. But it does cost money, right? Like, that's the difference between this and the old versions. I mean, there's actually there is at least one person streaming an older version. Legendary Soapmaker on Twitch here is streaming classic Dwarf Fortress. Like OG classic Dwarf Fortress. But I'll start with the one creating the fort you used to play the game Towns. Towns is actually inspired by Dwarf Fortress. Towns and also No Moria were two games that were inspired by Dwarf Fortress. You know, it's funny. We were talking about this a little bit earlier in regards to RimWorld. Both Towns and No Moria are closer to Dwarf Fort than RimWorld by a lot. So an arrow hit this one of these dwarves. I'm gonna need to check his ammo at some point. Okay. I lashed the prisoner in the head with a silver whip, bruising the muscle and jamming the skull through the brain and tearing the brain. The prisoner's been shut down, or not shut down, but cut down. How's your ammo doing? 21 arrows. 21 guns. Bleeding. Okay, let's just throw a coin at you. Oh, well, I missed. Shit. Although I'll tell you this, if you've ever wanted to get into ASCII, but were never able to get into ASCII, this is a game I recommend. Brogue is made like Dwarf, like, okay, so I've played ASCII games most of my life. I think as long as I can, with the exception of like early 2000s, like once I got my own computer, I was playing ASCII games because they ran on anything and could fit on a thumb drive or my MP3 player, so I could sneak them into the house when my parents didn't want me playing video games. And they were very replayable. Dwarf Fortress intimidated people who were into games that were ASCII because of the multiple Z levels, because of the way the UI was laid out. Like, even when it comes to games that use ASCII characters, Dwarf Fortress was intimidating. It's sort of like how a lot of Paradox games intimidate people who play a lot of 4X games. You know, like you could play a shit ton of Civ, but be very intimidated by Crusader Kings. Does that make sense? Maybe not the best example, but like, I think a game can just be daunting because there's a lot going on. And Fortress mode for Dwarf Fortress always had a lot going on and intimidated a lot of people. So, I mean, there's no shame in being intimidated by OG Dwarf Fort. It's the reason the genre itself has taken off. Let's just lash you in the head. I missed. But I did bend the neck and bruise the skull. Another dwarf has been struck down. But the thing that I'll remind you is, like, if you're going to start with fort mode, because adventure mode exists now in this version, remember that adventure mode will give you a much better idea of how the combat works. Adventure mode is a much more intimate way to explore the world. So once you're done playing your first fort, try playing an adventurer and try to adventure to where your fort was and explore your fort. It doesn't matter how far they get or how long they live. Explore both perspectives because it'll give you a much better understanding of how the game as a whole works. Let's just do a heavy hit to the head. There you go. All right. Oh, well, there goes an arrow. Man, he pulls out the iron arrow just immediately. He's winded and bleeding. There's two of them. I don't need to sprint. My friend's got this. Oh, no, don't. That's bad. Get out of the water there. Because that'll actually kill my friend there if they drown. Oh, no, you're drowning. Okay, you climbed out. That's good. Yep. Falling into water is dangerous. Well, I guess that means you're probably gaining some swimming skill. I'm now a skilled combat Ooman. Skilled lasher, professional fighter. Skilled thrower, archer. Could probably actually use a bow now. I mean, Paradox, Hearts of Iron is a Paradox game, so I just jumped into those, into my friend, whoops, and this dwarf, and now they're getting knocked backwards. They're in mid-air now, which is why those little up arrows are there. Let's just lash you in the head. Lash them in the head, which chips the skull. Let's do that again. Lash them in the head, which continues to chip the skull. Sorry about stunning you. You tend to get overwhelmed or forget the large facets of it if it gets too big. CK, like CK after a few centuries with too many characters to follow. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're very different kinds of games. Again, like Civ and Crusader Kings, but it's just like a kind of example, like, I guess, of like, I think that visual presentation does a lot to intimidate people, and it's not necessarily the style of game or the graphics. Because I've played various traditional roguelikes and ASCII games for a very long time, and I found Dwarf Fortress intimidating, and I know other people who've found Dwarf Fortress intimidating at various points, so, or said as much. Did somebody fall into the water again? Oh no. Also, I thought I was bleeding for a second there. They're routed, so they're running. Throw a coin at that person. See if I can just jump into you and stun you. Yep. I can't actually hit them because they're stuck. They're in midair and still flying. Holy shit. I love being able to just like throw myself at somebody and knock them backwards. I lash them. Oh, geez, that actually hurt. What'd you do to me? Shakes you around by the upper leg. Did you bite me? Did you bite me? Okay, so this person bit me, and was shaking me around by their teeth. Your character's getting blistered all over. Is it cold? Hey, Twitch chat, do you guys want to tell them, or should I? So the person in YouTube chat says, my character's getting blistered all over. I think you may have a syndrome, my friend. May want to find a healing potion if possible. Okay, the low cheekbones prisoner punches you. All right, it was deflected. Punches me in the left ear, which tears the cartilage. Okay, I don't like this. I'm gonna Drink a potion. Is it raining is it playing Slayer? Is the real question. Okay, so you move out of range. I'll just fight the one who's still in range. Am I tired? No. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Put away my weapons. I'm going to wrestle you. Grab you. I'm going to grab your head with my hand. I miss. I'm going to grab your head with my hand. I miss again. And bite me. I'm going to break the grip of your teeth. I struggle in vain. Really? Find that wild that they're actually pulling that off. Okay. Fine then. Just do a heavy lash to the head. I missed. Let's just block you. So I may die to this dwarf. I'm gonna try and dodge away. Let's dodge east. I need my friends. Dodge east. Come on. Oh no, there go my teeth. I'm gonna drink another healing solution. I need my god to save me. No, actually what I need is I need my potions to kick in. Because this dwarf is besting me, which is kind of crazy to me. Ah, there we go. My teeth regrow. I have fewer wounds. I feel less nauseated. I can now stand up. And you get a free hit on me. Why is this dwarf so hard to hit? I'll lash you in the foot. And I miss. The healing potions are acquired at the mysterious lairs, the mysterious dungeons, and the what are they called? Temples? Shrine? No, not shrines. Not monasteries. It's like a religious building. They are the new buildings. They always have different names based on the world. And their effects vary. I'm going to jump at you again. Can I strike you now successfully? There we go. But if it's called peculiar something, that's a healing potion. Basically, if it's a liquid that you've never seen before, bites you again. Why are you so successful at biting me? Stop it. I can't jump away. Can't dodge. No attacks of opportunity. I don't understand how this dwarf is besting me so much. Like, this is the first time in a long time I've had any kind of problem. Well, there go my teeth again. Anybody wanna... Hello, up here, guys? Okay, let's just jump away from this fucking guy. Ow. Okay, well, it appears that you're suffocating now, so that's good, I think. Yeah, okay, you're finally suffocating. And my potion kicked in again, so I'm now healed. Ay, ay, ay. You know, I've described this for a while, but... What? But adventure mode is kind of just... Or Dwarf Fortress in general is kind of just playing D&D by yourself. I don't trust this dwarf, so I'm just going to let them beat you a bit. I really want to push this dude, this person into the water. Let's try it. Falls to the ground from exertion. So I can swim, but my friendlies can't. Please don't jump into the water and drown, you idiots. Watch them jump into the ground and die. I swear, if they jump to the ground and die. Cease hostilities. Oh. Well, they're dead. Are you still drowning? Okay, so what do you think? Do you think my friend's gonna get out, or do you think my friend's dead? Actually, how about I do this? Northeast. Wait, what? East, southeast. I don't see you, but maybe you are still in the water. Nope. Okay, well, they're out of the water now, so that's good. So I'm just going to save real quick. You get tough enemies' tongues as trophies. One of the enemy tongues is oozing your items. It was like, is an oozing on your items? Turn on compass in this version? If you play as a, what's it called? The, not outsider, ordinary, you don't have the compass. If you play as hero, you do. I could have told you that, but... Did you figure out how to turn it off as or turn it on as ordinary? Because that's funny if you did. Nah. So what'd you do? So pro tip, if you drop a liquid healing potion on the ground and then fill your backpack with it from the pool on the ground, it fully fills up your backpack. You're welcome. So this is a Goblin Fortress right here. Oh my god. This is kind of grim. Huh. So if I jump up to the overworld, right? This is a goblin-controlled fortress. So these are enslaved dwarves who are just blindly coming at me to kill me. That's what we're looking at. And that one's in a martial trance. Although I managed to hit one behind him somehow. I love how I'm hitting the person. We're repeatedly hitting this person behind them and not the person we're aiming at. Which also means, because that's a martial trance, you're going to be really bloody hard to kill. Vacu bashes the skinny prisoner in the lower leg from behind. Yeah. But we were able to pretty quickly take the first one out. But if for some reason they have weapons, that's going to be painful. Not a bad opportunity for training, though. A lot of them are also just like terrified and running away. So they're already routing.
Here, he has a sword.
Yes, Defiler. What's up, Defiler? It's good to see you. A giant was cast to kill turned out to have a slab of life and death, so I guess I now have some fun abilities. Nifty. Oh, you surrendered. Demand an item. Cease hostilities. Stop this pointless fighting. I will fight no more. Should I try? Let's see if they'll join me. Join me! On adventures! No? Okay. I mean, I tried. I gave you the opportunity, okay? That's on you. What's the scratch? Okay, sure. Him go fast. Thanks for the 11th month, dude.
Crypt undulates, crypt lava, crypt undulates, crypt beer.
Chat, when did I save last? Does anybody know? I kicked the round-eyed dwarf recruit in the upper leg from the side with your left foot, bruising the muscle through the small cougar leather tunic. Soon TM for the whole year? Yeah, no kidding. It takes a bit of time. It doesn't seem to be a specific amount of time either. That trash in YouTube chat. They have trash in their name, and that's just what I read first. I'm not calling them trash. So there was one time I asked a giant, or not a giant, a demon in hell for directions of how to get to a specific fortress while it was charging me to kill me. And you know what it said back? There is no way to get there from here, and then literally killed me in one hit. So, what's up, Ozzy? Also check, can I get a round of beers for him go fast with the 11th month? Bonesaw has found the second coming, so congrats. If you know, you know. We're just slaughtering enslaved dwarves, man. This is grim. I'm gonna hit you in the upper body with my whip. It's sounding like there's no way to get there. I mean, it's probably more of a... It probably sounds a little bit closer to Corpse Grinder from Cannibal Corpse. I do, in fact, trust bread. I trust bread with my lunch every day, bread. Also, hey, Soloic. Hope you're doing well. Let's go for the lower body and just whip him. Probably just bump attack this. The problem is like, I could probably just bump attack until I can't. This is such good training for my soldiers, though. Jeez. Proficient. Skilled. Where are we up to? Still skilled. What about your other skills? Adequate. Yeah, no, we're training up at a pretty solid clip here. So all these people that I've recruited are all soldiers that I've found around that are all bored. Think of it as beating up looters in Mountain Blade. I mean, they're not looters. They're brainwashed goblins, basically. What's funny is, like, goblins aren't generally this violent by default when you run into them. They're usually just kind of cranky to see you. Oh, I killed that one. You lash the muscular prisoner in the head from behind with your silver whip, bruising the muscle and jamming the skull through the brain and tearing the brain. I'm gonna jump into this guy. Oh, sorry. I think I hit my friend. Gives into the pain. You slam into it. They're skidding along the ground. They're still skidding along the ground. And dies. Oh shit, a skinny royal chamberlain. We have got goblins. This will be a fun raid, I think. Do I not have pants? I don't have pants. I think I need some pants. I need to go somewhere where humans live so I can get some pants. You're bleeding. What about you? You're tired. They're all sprinting too much. You're tired. You're fine. I think we should back off from this fortress and go rest for the night. And then come back. Let's see if we'll all regroup. This is kind of like playing fort mode and watching an army run around, hey? It actually is really making me wish that fort mode had the combat sounds, like, pretty badly. So there's some dudes right there. Let's drink some of the unusual solution. Okay, so there's some more. That one immediately surrenders. Actually, I think they all did. It would be pretty loud. I mean, obviously, it would need to be retuned for fort mode, right? Like, I don't want every single hit to go off like that, but I do think it would be really cool if there was some combat indicator. Also, I'm under, by the way, for the question in YouTube chat, I am presuming that potions will heal syndromes. I don't actually know if they do. Hello, it is good to see you. Really, it's a pleasure to speak with you. Those are my friends speaking. Isn't much here to trade. These dwarves have certainly seen better days. Oh my god. Can I read you? There's nothing on them. I think these are all blank. Yeah. Interesting. These are blank scrolls. Fascinating. Well, that's something. Dwarf Beast Hunter. An evil has arisen in the world. Grave severe the Fuchsia Tower. Seek this place if you hunt a Dingo woman mayor? Also, they're talking about the location of a minotaur. Having companions is a really good way to figure stuff out. So I'm going to risk this. I don't actually know when I last rolled dice for a god. I think it can't have been that long ago. Training that skill will train those stats. Yes, actually, this stuff's way more self-explanatory what Cooler's talking about. We're in an ad break, so I'll just save again because I can. If you make a new character and you go to the blank slate option or customize option under the archetypes, which is a great feature, by the way, it'll tell you what skills are associated with what. So it'll tell you what trains what and what benefits what, and that I think is super, super fucking useful. Because it's all pretty nebulous up until this point, but. Suited Giraffe, are you in the chat still, out of curiosity? Can I show that data imported thing that you just clicked on? Or that you just shared, rather, in this secret Discord? So, Suited Giraffe is working on importing Dwarf Fortress data into Obsidian. So if you're familiar with Obsidian, it's like a personal wiki page that you can run and linking stuff together. This is a shit ton of Dwarf Fortress data in a giant flowchart running in Obsidian. That is nutty looking. Holy fuck. It would be so cool if we could have this running in on a website somewhere for people to go look at for each world. Wouldn't that be dope? Because you can host Obsidian and make it public, right? Bah, that'd be cool. Red is books, green are people, gray were historical events. Oh my Christ. What are we looking at? So this is Dwarf Fortress data displayed in Obsidian, Kazoom. And as Suda just said, red are people, red are books, green dots are people, and gray are historical events that they've taken part in. I think I can spot the necromancers. That's absolutely a necromancer. Oh my God. I mean, I would want locations and sites, but geez. This person did a lot of important things. What made this? It's called Obsidian. If you just look up Obsidian, you'll find it. Not Obsidian Games, Obsidian Software. It's like a self-wiki hoster, basically. You threw a new one in there? Hold on. I don't want to show that Discord publicly, so give me a sec. So it's like a forest retreat. Oh, wait, so is that all one location? Suited? Is this that location? Hold on, I'll get you guys both links to Obsidian in a sec. How do they input the data? You'd have to ask Suited. Hold on a second. Oh, that's from a different location. But is that what that is? Is that just a city? Convert XML to JSON and you're importing it with the JSON to CSV importer plugin. Holy fuck. Man, that'd be so cool to have hosted. All right, I'm gonna pick up this dice and roll it. Sorry, I got distracted. This might cause trouble. Oh. You rolled the divinating die of Shadmal, according to the practice of the Order of Jackals. The four-sided long die shows a 3-pointed star. I am gifted with a week's good fortune. Finally. I just want them to give me pants, but I'll take a week's good fortune. All the audio just like disappeared again. Just turn around. I don't want to get lost in here. So there's fighting happening down here. Oh my god. Holy fog. Okay. So there's dwarf sweat. And also blood everywhere down here. A dwarf snatcher. Oh, shit. More injured dwarves. Uh-oh. It appears that my friends here are killing the holy fog. Who's a legendary miner. Wow. No, I saw the blood up above, yeah. I wonder if this place is still actively being taken over. I'll help, why not? I miss him. Heavy hit because he's unconscious in the head. I hit him in the head with the silver whip, and the injured part is crushed. Oh boy. Let the games begin. Dry-haired dwarf strikes the concrete cave nose bridge barred. Okay, so there's some fighting happening up here, which I can't see because it's dark in here. Beast Hunter versus somebody named Rimtar. They're not fighting with me, though. More fighting over here on the left. This won't be too hard to navigate as long as I stay on the same level. I gotta say, I'm very impressed with how well this is running. I know that people ask, like, how do I make the game run better? And, like, game can always run better. But this is running really well. Let's ask you to see hostilities. And they say, let's stop this pointless fighting. They say, never! Are you trying to keep your place? I'm mostly checking the blood to make sure it isn't, like, Forgotten Beast blood or something. Yeah, dude, it's good to see you too. Cheers, Mihai. I'm also making sure that, like... Yeah, this seems to... Okay, you know, the Squid Crypt is the name of this place. The Baroness of Squid Crypts. Seems like their name was Tekid. So, I've got a Baroness Dwarf here who's getting beaten to death, and then a Beast Hunter right there who's beating them to death. I'm just going to slam into them. Boink. Knock them backwards. They both go flying away. I don't know if I should be killing any of these people. Looks like my dwarves are helping. Because, like, I don't know... like what's causing these alignment clashes. There's basically like a total, like this faction was taken over by goblins, right? So I guess there's just like massive disagreements happening right now based on like who is friendly and who isn't. That's just a poet. Ooh, what's this? A tower-capped scepter. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with single-cut citrines and studded with platinum. On the item is an image of the Book of Embraced Lilac, the sandstone cut-bound codex in Dogbone. I want to make a demand. You must yield. He says I yield. I want to take your item. I want that scepter. Give it to me. You can't have it. You're a goblin. This isn't your home. Not that it's mine either, but I want it. Oh well, you ran away. I guess I'll never find you again. It's fine. You right-click on it, or you hit the interact button. You lower the bucket, and then you interact again. You raise the bucket, and then you can fill it with water. Or you can fill something with water. It's fine. Let's see what else is going on down here. Okay, I'm just going to move around with the keyboard because it's easier than the mouse sometimes. I do wonder why my companions decided that the... Look at this guy dual-wielding crossbows. The High Advisor. He's also missing an ear. Oh, that's why you're dual-wielding. Because they're all artifacts. This first one is a bronze bow. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It is decorated with black bear tooth and encircled with bands of zinc. It's bismuth bronze. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It is adorned with hanging rings of skunk bone. You know, it's kind of funny. When we were walking on the highways underground, chat was like, this is like exploring the mines of Moria. This is like exploring the mines of Moria to me. You lash the advisor. It's a silver whip. Die, please. Die, potato. I want that. And that. The chubby general. Competent spear dwarf. Looks like they killed the advisor. Join me, General. Join us on adventures. My duty is here, but this place is cursed. You're gonna die here. I think I need to give my bow human. By the way, currently I think, as far as I can tell, I have no chest armor and no pants, which is kind of badass, if you ask me. Give, show, or take personal items. Yes. Take this bow. Take this bow as a gift from the dwarven strongholds. Should I also take his pants? I shouldn't take his pants. Also, I need to find him more arrows, actually. You gave the comedic executions to me in gate cloaks. That is terrific. You have my thanks. Yeah, but if my kneecaps get cut off unexpectedly, that's not great. I agree that pants are overrated, but it's a beast hunter. My God, this place is utter fucking chaos. I love this. Oh my God, look at all of these artifacts. Huh! The Sacred Flower Goblin. Hello, human. I am Eustace Cudgel. Lascive spoke to Laid Sweep Punch. What does that mean? The army of Mailbell Board Whips is marching here. Okay, who's that? Oh. Not exactly sure where to look. Huh. How do we feel about this goblin, chat? He lost his knees in the war. I mean, I used to be an adventurer like you, but yada, yada, yada. You know the rest of the story. These are all artifacts. Wrong sluts! That's a good artifact. Why is there so many names? Oh. Oh. Well, I'm not going to read that because I don't want to become a necromancer. But that's good to know. There's a legendary bed? Okay, hold on. I need to save. They're in the mythic sites, Alan. So, mythical lairs, mythical dungeons, and the other ones, shrines, temples, or something. They're only in worlds that you've generated in the last month, basically. Otherwise, they just don't exist. So there's a slab with the secrets of life and death, many books. This is one hell of a find. Oh. Oh my. Lidzuntir is what? Okay, I do have a shirt. I just don't have pants. It's a bismuth bronze warhammer. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It's decorated with naked mulldog bone. That's pretty dope. Artifact ring. It's a buffalo bone ring. What is that? What is that? What's this? What's this? How am I not over encumbered yet? I'm almost over encumbered. I'm going to drop these crossbows, though, because they're not that impressive. A steel bow. Ooh. I'm currently just very hopeful that I'll find some utterly incredible weapon. How do you know if something's enchanted? Open up your abilities screen, this button. If it's equipped and you open that up, it'll tell you that you have a special power. Okay, so a lot of bismuth stuff, which ain't bad. Start a conversation with you. Bypass. Give. I'm giving weapons to my friends. Why didn't you equip it? Equip it. Oh, I see. There you go. I think you equipped. No, you didn't. So they're just like, no, I'm not going to equip these. But, like, they're artifacts, man. Equipeth the bloody artifact. Give you this one as well. Dwarven janitors have to get paid. I mean, do they, though? Does anybody know if you can get them to equip items that you give them? Oh, shit. Found a steel shield and a backpack. Give item. It's like I'm trying to give you guys valuable items. You should take them. Steel shield. The backpack that has no items in it. Okay, well, at least you equipped the shield. It's like they're not equipping named items that I give them, which is odd. Oh, it's a Goblin Baroness. I am Osta Dirt Fiends, a servant of Atil. The dignity of pondering greets you. Let's inquire about troubles. We've got open war. Really? I had no idea. Ask about the open war. Realms of Feet is at war with us. Trouble started because of prior aggression to the adversary. I'm going to ask who you work for. Interrogate. Who's your master or boss? They appear unconvinced. I wonder if I'll get... They appear unconvinced. I'm going to ask them this until they either cave... or quit talking to me. Also, I mentioned this earlier, so I should go check at some point. I must take my leave. There you go. Quits talking to me. Curious if we've made my daily minimum. I just want to say thank you, chat, because we doubled the daily minimum with that one hype train. I'm pretty sure. Beep, 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 beep. So cheers. Lupax Trooper's got the right idea. I will say goodbye. Man, that was quick. Are there enchanted items in adventure modes? So I have a ring, I think, that makes me do this. It allows me to shoot. Whoop. We're now fighting with basically everything in the area because everybody's mad at us because we just killed their Baron. I have a ring that lets me shoot ice bolts. So yes, there are in fact giant cave spider silk webs. Oh, that's terrifying. All right, well. Let's also just grab that. What is that door made out of? I need to know what this door is made out of. It's a dwarf bone door. Huh. Dear Urist, more like. What is this? This chest. It's a dwarf bone chest. I presume that that's a dwarf bone weapon rack. This isn't even the bottom of this fortress. I'm gonna real quickly save. Yeah, I'm not gonna read the Necromancer tablet because I don't actually want to be a Necromancer. I want to continue being able to level myself up fully. Might have already been talked about, but whenever I try to cease hostilities and someone yields, even if they agree, they continue attacking you anyway. It's not possible to make everybody cease hostilities, and sometimes they'll agree, but then continue attacking you. Or if you have a ally, the ally didn't necessarily agree. So like if you have a companion or a pet or something, they might continue fighting, which will completely negate your statement of ceasing hostilities. I see. Lava forges. So it's really hot. In fact, specifically, it's scorching. Because we are right next to the lava sea. I was really kind of hoping that maybe one of these forges would have items in them. Or rather, I guess I'd need forges, not smelters. For reference, if anybody's confused about what's going on, this is a dwarven fortress that's been taken over by goblins. And I just killed the leader of the goblins who were living here. Oh, there's blood. Goblin blood? Meanwhile, my companions are just telling jokes. A lot of smiths. No forges. Casual day in Dwarf Fort. I mean, it's pretty dope day in Dwarf Fort, if you ask me. Meanwhile, I'm over here just going, I really need to go back to a dwarven or a human settlement so I can get some pants. I was really hoping a god somewhere would gift me a pair of pants, but okay, these are bedrooms. These are going to be a nightmare to navigate. I'm not even going to bother. Bedrooms are always a nightmare to navigate because they require going up and down constantly. Wait, what? Now that I wasn't expecting. They have shit for sale. Also, there's humans. Do you have pants? Man, these people are pretty good. What faction are you a part of? Adorned with hanging rings. On the item is an image of a dodecahedron and Ghostbone. Oh, they're just... Who are you? Goblin lady consort. Oh, that's the goblin's wife. Oh, no. Huh. I wasn't expecting to just find a bunch of shit for sale down here. Not that I really need any of it because I need pants, but I need human-sized pants, which I'm not super convinced I'll be able to find. Oh, shit. Yeah, no, their eyes are, in fact, visible in the dark. Life is in a word, generosity. Really? Well, if you're so generous then, why don't you give me a discount on all these items? Blind, do you have pants? Is this Forever 21? We've got beasts, yeah. This one doesn't seem too... My friend says that Melville's marching here, but what about these beasts? The fearsome creature server crevice, the mist of depths, is in the forest of honesty. Seek this place if you hunt Tolus Zetham, the Cyclops. Where do you put treasures if not in pants? Backpack. Or trash bag. That's usually where I put them in real life. It's far to the south. Okay, well, I'm not super interested then. I'm going to Interrogate. Who's your master or boss? They have nothing to say to me? No, seriously. Who is in charge? I must take my leave. They really don't like talking to me. The second I'm like, who's in charge? Okay, so there's some cabinets for sale here. That's nifty. Bypass greeting trade. Should probably try a shopkeeper. All right, well then, demands. I need pants. Give me your skirt, man. Over your dead body? Oh. I don't really want to make you into a dead body. But, like, I could. Wouldn't be hard. Oh, shit, we're in an ad break. Crap. Hello, Canadian. I am also Canadian. How do you do, fellow Canadian? That's one of the dumbest things I've ever said. I think I've streamed too much in the last 2 days. Brrr. You made 24 cookies, entire package of each cookie is weighing 50 grams. There you go. You see, I understand American units of weight, Gilly Ched, purely because of weed. I know what an ounce is because of weed. So, you know, got my priorities green. Oh, shit, that's what I was looking for. It's just anvils. Kind of hoping I could find an armory. Well, I'm going somewhere. Autopathing. Oh. One of my companions briefly became enraged. Let's just head out. Ooh. Oh. There'll be something evil underground. You cannot use workshops in adventure mode now. I'm kind of tempted to find out what it is, but I'm also mostly not tempted to find out what it is. Well, just going to grab this sword. Go over to you. Actually, not just the sword. Grab that sword and also this sword. And I'm going to go to you. And I'm going to skip this and I'm going to give. I'm going to give you that sword. Have that sword. I'm giving you my ill-gotten gains. And then you didn't even equip it. Come on, man. And then you. Let's scroll down to this sword. Give. You also didn't equip it, but whatever. Oh, dear, and before it's 2 minutes. It's more likely to be a giant cave spider, which in many ways is worse. How you doing, Clino? I was just exploring a goblin-occupied dwarven fortress. Unusual competition. Yeah, in order to take full advantage of the new features, you do have to make a new world. This is technically a new world. Uh-oh. Getting attacked. It seemed that way. This is technically a new world, but... Or not. Sorry, this is technically not a new world. Man, there's so many random artifacts in here. The Art of Sundials. This must be one of those locations that just has like a trillion artifacts in it that you can steal. Because like as I'm running around up here, I'm just seeing stuff kind of everywhere. So let's just run around here a little bit. Like there's books over there. Some random walnut earrings. Like a pewter earring. So this is what your dwarves are stealing when you're stealing books from random places. It's just very irresponsible authors. Or rather, very irresponsible dwarves in possession of these. Yeah, it must be. Because there's so many here. Just wait for my friends to catch up. I've also learned that your allies don't seem to like equipping artifacts, which is interesting. I think my friends here are disagreeing on a bunch of stuff because one of them keeps on saying they must take their leave. Quite a gang there. Thanks, man. Yeah, no, I just kept wandering around until I found bored-looking guards. Oh, there's another one. I don't need a cage, but like... How's the launch of adventure mode been responded to by the subreddit, Clino? Oh, there's another bow. There's so many legendary bows. So many legendary... I'm just looking... I just want an artifact whip. That's all I need. I think that my friends here are begging for a break. I must take my leave. Begone, fear... And crossbows. Holy shit. And look... There's another one! Can make a chosen Gelder. If you want to be a Gelder, I would actually, like, specialize in, like, short, like, swords and short blades, and then just go for the lower body all the time. Try and get gelding blows. I think that there's games that like manage to pull off the same vibe. I have not played a game that has similar levels of simulation. I think there are games with similar levels of ambition, but I don't think that's necessarily the same thing. So I guess for me, no, not really. And you know, the best part about this is I started up here, I traveled down to here, I went through an underground tunnel, and I traveled down to here. That's it. And that's been like 11 hours of gameplay. I mean, like, there's games that have like similar levels of depth, but like... So you're just asking, like, is there games that have similar levels of simulation? I mean, Microsoft Flight Simulator is a pretty damn convincing and good Earth simulation. Elite Dangerous is a pretty good galaxy simulation. There are other games that have pretty convincing overworld maps, like Songs of Six has a pretty convincing overworld map, but the game itself, like the minute-to-minute gameplay, I don't think is that compelling outside of its scale. I guess it really depends on what you mean, because there isn't really anything that does the same level of history generation. So, like, there's a reason why Dwarf Fortress is in an art museum. I'll put it that way. Like, there's really nothing else that's trying to do this at this level of scale. And often, even though many projects have tried, the thing that usually ends up happening when games try to be at this level of scale is they run out of money halfway. I mean, like, there's, I think maybe CDDA is like one of the few comparable amounts of depth, but that game's kind of suffers from some design coherency issues for me, which is why I don't play it. I would say that Aurora 4X has some similar levels of simulation, but it's completely different in what it's trying to achieve. I think that stuff like Space Station 13 in some ways has similar levels of simulation. I think that NetHack has similar levels of options when it comes to kitchen sink design, and that's not something I'm going to get into at all because that's a long discussion and topic. I think Caves of Cud approaches history generation from a completely different direction, but comes across as incredibly compelling because of it. So, I don't know. People are responding to it like it has graphics now as opposed to... Sorry, what? Really, real talk. I've been staying off the internet-ish when I can right now. People are responding like it has graphics now as opposed to how they responded to ASCII back in the day. What do you mean? As in, like, people are being gatekeepy weirdos? I basically haven't been on Reddit in, like, a year. So that's unfortunate, though. It's time to snooze. Going to real quick drop my unusual solution and then fill my backpack with unusual solution. And now I have 50 unusual solution again. Oops. I do, however, also need to grab these. Oh, do I not have space in my backpack for them? Uh-oh. Okay, well, let's drop that. Let's pick up all the items first. Place in backpack. Get that. Yep. 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 Then pick that up. Fill backpack with that. There we go. And then also remove. So I've got a whip and a warhammer now. Let's give this to somebody. Who wants a warhammer? Here, you take a warhammer. To convince people adventure mode is a playable game with tiles. Tiles never got working in pre-50 classic. Okay. Oh, so like that's a good thing then. I guess. I mean that sounds like it. The way you initially stated that, it sounded like it was a bad thing, but I guess it's a good thing. Oh, I see. The coins are in my back. Okay, there we go. Put those in my backpack. Perfect. Big subreddits suck. Small subreddits ones and medium ones. It depends on moderation. My experience, Dwarf Fortress is all right. It might be biased. Generally, it's all right. Yes, generally. I'm away from Reddit for 2 reasons. I'm just away from social media in general these days, and I don't like I feel icky about being on platforms that are actively profiting from large language models. Like, it's not a business model I like to support, personally. You're gonna reset your router. I don't think you're that delayed. Or it doesn't seem like you're that delayed. Years ago, Akko Synchrains became Lord of the Script Council, replacing Skin Rain. Wait, what? What'd you say? What'd you say? How do you become Lord of a Council replacing yourself? Who was saying that? You will. How do you replace yourself? Excuse me. Huh. Re-elected? Maybe, I guess. It's a weird way to word that. This thing called adventure mode, Moist Nasty? It's always a weird question for me to answer. Because the answer is very rarely do I actually get interested in video games that are coming out that aren't already out. Because I'm too jaded to be excited about video games. Yeah, just kill the guy. Okay, sure. Yeah, just take over the party that ran against you and win. Let's just quickly eat and drink. Sleep for 8 hours. The blue dots are friendly entities moving around in the world. Or neutral entities wandering around in the overworld. The red dots are unfriendly entities wandering around in the overworld. So the red dots are things that are likely to just attack us. The blue dots are things that'll probably just ignore us. Trying to get to this town here. I looked like a PewDiePie? You clearly don't see many human beings very often. Man, can I buy your iron leggings? I'll sell you an artifact item that I don't want. Bypass greeting. Give, take, or exchange personal items. I want your pants. It's not too much to ask for. Chain leggings, please. Please, please. Also the skirt. I will sell you this artifact. Trade. There you go. Thank you. I have pants again. Actually, could I also have your shirt, please? All right. That was an easy decision, I'm not gonna lie. Buy your 2 chainmail shirts in exchange for my shirt and that crossbow. Also take your helm, thanks. And then you do it. Hallelujah. That was me who did it. It wasn't even mods. Thankfully, with turn-based games, you don't even need to tab out to do stuff like that. You just click a button. There's a big-ass army south of me. I wonder if they've moved. That is a huge army moving. I mean, in their dumb defense, I did tell them that they don't see many people very often, but... Like, at the very least, say I look like Markiplier or somebody attractive. Like, we're just going to pop in and say that I look like PewDiePie. That's one thing, but, like, come on. At least use your face blindness to, like, compliment people. How do you heal in adventure mode? You have to find a healing potion, but if it's a minor injury, you can sleep. Okay, so there's an army. Whoa, 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 whoa. So we're already at war suddenly with these. Ah, okay. That is, in fact, a not small army. Mayhaps we just run away. Mayhaps we just run away. Although I do think my... I'm not actually sure who that is. Yeah, we gotta run. Don't feel safe enough to fast travel. Hopefully they follow me. Oh no, hacks the stout hammer man. Whew. Okay, well I was able to fast travel briefly. Which was able to teleport my friendlies out of combat. Let's sprint. Ah, I see. There's dudes south of us. Wait, are they down here? Looks like they are. Actually, they've surrounded us. Okay, so maybe we can charge in a particular direction. Break through their line. Break away from them. And win the fight. Well, you're my ally. I don't want to hit you. Okay, so I want to go this way. This is where my allies are. So you're allied. You're also very injured. Maybe against my better judgment, non-major nerd. Happy Friday. I killed the bandits camp and then reported that was reported by civilization as a nuance to them. Do I have to report back? Next time you see humans, just brag about killing them in the rumors section. Can I hit you in the head? Well, made you drop your bow. Stop sprinting. Actually, did I just kill you? Winded, breathing. Cannot breathe. Okay, you're dead. Let's move up. Oh no, who just died? Is that one of my eyes? Uh-oh, I'm getting pulled back. Falling. No mall hacks, the Musco guy. Okay. This dude here's falling. Okay, I think one of my friendlies just died. You're routing. This person is surrendering, which means they're gonna run away. Oh no. Okay, yeah, one of my friends just died. Just trying to locate everything. There's a lot going on the screen right at this exact moment. Let's go for the swordsman. Let's hit you in the head with my whip. When I fall. Oh my god. Yeah, this is a death sentence right here. Can I dodge? I just have to keep dodging, I think. Northeast. I want to save you, dwarf. I don't think I have a way to, though. Dodge east. Down the hill. Jump. Yeah, I just need to run. That's all I can do. Let's see if there's anything up the hill. I don't see anything. Oof. Arrow. Shoutouts to my dodging ability. Onuel's actually doing a good job, though. Managed to bite one of them and is shaking them around. Must be in a martial trance. He's a dwarf, after all. How many of my companions are still alive? It's just Onuel, who's wrestling and on the ground in a martial trance. Owu, who's not visible, allegedly. Might be dead, might be alive. I don't know. Silent retreat? Yeah, no kidding. I mean, I don't think I have a way to tell them to retreat. But I'm running. I'm going to get into town and wait for an hour. If any of them are still alive, they'll show up. Well, time to rebuild my army. No more squad, no more squad. Grim times, this. Sometimes I wonder how I'm even still alive. I'm not gonna lie. Fights like that in adventure mode are fucking badass. Like, that's a good time. Why am I so encumbered? Is it literally the... Oh, it might be the gear, actually. Yeah, that's quite a bit better. Chubby Spearman. Greet the listener. Do you want to join me on adventures? I read. Pig mortal. Have you tried being pig immortal? You're thrilled to join me? Excellent. Thankfully, there's plenty of gullible individuals that still exist in the world. Oh, I'm going to remove my current helm. Wear this one. And drop this. Martial trances are virtually... make you virtually... You could be a dwarf with no skill in fighting whatsoever. A large roaming bandit gang. There's a bunch of them in this area, Enigma. I'm trying to break them, is what I'm trying to do. If you could be a dwarf with almost no skill in adventure mode and fight off like a group of 5 dudes that are fully geared with better skills than you if you go into a martial trance and know how to aim for necks. Like, martial trances are ridiculously strong. You used to be able to do that. It's currently disabled, Ultra Null, because it's the one menu that still needs to be finished. But it was a very unfinished feature in the past. So currently that feature is disabled until they redo it in regards to building. Only dwarves get trances. Yeah, that's a dwarf unique thing. Or an ability that is unique to dwarves. All right, well, I've been live for 8.5 hours, chat. And I would like to make a Adventure Mode is out video. So, people are still texting me. So I think, can you control when you go into a martial trance, or is it random? If you fight with two enemies or more, you go into a martial trance. I think I'm going to call it for the day, but don't panic. Instead, grab that donut hole and consume it whole. Anyway, don't panic, because I will be live tomorrow. Normal time, 9 a.m. Pacific here on Twitch, 10 a.m. on YouTube. Because I move next week, so we're doing a bunch of bonus streams this week. So mark your calendars with surprise extra bonus blind stream, Aruni. Yeah, sound good? I'm just taking a real quick glance at who's streaming right now, and we'll go say hello to somebody who's either playing Adventure Mode or Fortress Mode, depending on who's on. Seems like everybody's fort moding. A lot of fort moding. Ooh, actually, I got one. Money Kitten's adventure moding. Chat. We're gonna go grab the raid music. YouTube chat, I'm shutting you down now. If you want to watch somebody else on Twitch. Yeah, he's not fort moding. He's fort moding, though. Exotic. That's his problem. If he was adventure moding, maybe. But I'm trying to keep the adventure mode interest increasing. Yeah, we raided him yesterday, though. No to casa. So YouTube chat, we'll see you on the flip. Take care of yourselves, and don't forget to leave likes on YouTube videos. It does help in the long run.